You are tuned in with the cast of CTT Podcast. It's your favorite girl, the true lady, the chick that's never ever acting shady.
Hey, what's happening? It's your girl Nova J MUA hashtag I may brush his talk.
Senior drama correspondent Tiani Kardashian, your favorite blogger's favorite blogger.
Heavy on the drama.
Tonight we have a guest, Eazyana. So you are an original New Orleans native from New Orleans to Lafayette to California, correct?
Correct.
Glad to have you on the show.
Happy to be on the show.
We got to talk about this EP. We have to talk about Eazyana in general. We met you at the Southern Tea Awards, where we did win our award for favorite podcast. And you were hosting the red carpet. So, like, how was that evening for you? How was that moment? Was this your first time, like, hosting red carpet?
Yeah, so actually it was my first time ever hosting the event. I was honored, you know what I'm saying? Honored. Just supporting Destiny from the beginning, like way before awards were even thought of. Well, it probably was thought of, but before it was there. And like I'm talking about when it first started, I got wind of Southern Tea through a mutual friend because they knew I was doing music and things, and they knew that was an outlet that, you know, could help me. So we linked up. I did we did an interview. I got in the magazine, and just from there, you know what I'm saying, it's just been supporting because that's an outlet that, you know, that I think that can help me. I've went to like 2-3 of the other awards, you know, just attending, not like from being nominated to winning to just going. And then, you know, getting an opportunity to host. So, you know, so it was real dope, man. Real dope, real nerve-wracking. You know, like I said, my first time talking to a lot of people I don't know, meeting new people. It was real dope, though.
You did good.
Hey, but you made us feel comfortable on the red carpet, though.
Yes.
You really did. And, you know, I messaged you and I told you that I didn't even know that was your first time hosting because I felt so comfortable within those first 30 seconds of even just talking to you, and the way that you embraced everyone and just made everybody feel like you've known them for a long time. The moment that I got up there and I talked to you and I looked back at the playback because of True Later recorded, I'm like, I've never looked as comfortable on camera. Like, that's amazing that this guy that I just met is doing it. And then I saw you doing it with other people, and I'm like, this is great. You did a really good job.
Actually, the first person that came, I think, I don't want to get their name wrong, but I think it was the mobile cigar lady. She could tell I was nervous, and she was nervous too. She was like, well, we're coming up here, and we don't know that you're nervous, so just do you. You know what I'm saying? And so from there, it was just a natural flow. It was a lot of things on my end that I felt I could have did better. Just things that I wanted to do, questions I wanted to ask. I was just enjoying the moment.
And that's what it is. Like, when you're in that moment, you do critique and understand yourself, and you just like, I know what I need to do for the next time. Because that's it's called growth. I'm happy with what I did, but next time. So I understand.
So I listened to the EP. Love the intro. The intro was like, I'm like, okay, I think I can work out for that one. I like that. Because the beat don't. So that's one of the things. It's got to catch me, pull me in first. What sound are you actually going for in this little rap industry right now with everything that's going on?
So honestly, man, I wouldn't say I'm going looking for a sound. I just want to put my sound on. But I'm definitely influenced by Lil Wayne, of course. You know, there's some Gates in there. I try to keep it real like So Slim. Like I said, it's just my sound. That's the sound I'm going for. I'm just, trying to create my sound.
Speaking of creating your sound, your name, Eazyana. How did you come up with that? And, like, what is the meaning behind it?
From the beginning, when I first started doing music, I was young E. And just growing up, that's like dropping the Lil outfit. My name Eric, so Easy, that's always been nicknames. Go back to the influence, Lil Wayne, Lil Louisiana, Lil Eazyana. That's where Eazyana come from.
That completely makes sense because that's how I got Kardashian, because of my love of those heifers. I completely get it, and it's also interesting when you take that from your influences and you make it your own to show, like, hey. This is where my inspiration comes from, but let me show you what I can do. I think that's great.
Yeah, that's why I just try to keep it Louisiana.
Your project I mean, I understand why it's titled Still I Stand. Talk about all these different adversities, all these different situations. How did you take all of these negative situations and turn them into positive ones for yourself?
Man, through it all, I just stood tall, you know. Still I stand. And this is my first like real worldwide release. Like that's what I was shooting for. From the songs I picked, title to the cover. That's what I was going for. I'd rather not just sit there and dwell on it. I'm an artist, so this is my art. And I'm not dissing nobody. I just want to tell my side and how I feel. All this happened within 5 years. This project from me leaving Louisiana up until now, like all these songs was recorded. And it was a whole process of me, like I was supposed to be released this like a year, 2 years ago. Yeah, man, it's just everything I've been through. I like to put it in my art and this is my side.
Because like right now, telling your story is like the biggest thing. And as we see a lot of our influencers, a lot of celebrities, they're all sharing their story. They're being like open and being very realistic about things.
It's my life, but I feel when I'm making music and rapping it and recording it, I'm recording it like I didn't make it. Because I'm rapping it how I want y'all to rap it. I feel like I'm not the only one that go through these things. Like, this is real life. Like, I went through it, but I'm sure there's someone else that went through exactly what I went through. That's it, man. I'm just trying to, you know, be one of them rappers that build the artist that build his own fan base, you know, like, that just respects the artist's craft and doesn't, you know, just let the artist be the artist. Because most times these fans, man, they don't let the artist be the artist. They want you to be there when they want you to be there, you know, and they don't understand through it all. And we are still real humans, and we have life outside of, you know, that.
What is it with your music? What is the message that you want to get out to your fan base? What do you want them to know?
I want them to know, like, do it all, do whatever. I'ma stand there. I'ma stand by your side. I'm deaf. So, you know, I just want people to know, like I say, man, do whatever, man. If you rock with me, I rock with you. And do whatever, I'ma stand tall.
We are all creative here. And for me, I do my best work at night. It's my safe space. I know that no one will bother me. I could turn on one of my many Disney soundtracks and just go to work and prep for the day, the week. So what is your favorite time of day to create, or when do you feel like you're most productive with creativity?
I'm a night owl, man. I think like the nighttime, like you said, when the world is asleep, I'm up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm up, I'm thinking, my mind is just going. You know, it's just going. And I'm always thinking about what's next and how can I build myself? Like what, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I don't want to just give people music. Like I could do that, but that ain't, I don't want to be a rapper. Like I don't want to live the life of a rapper, but I still want to give music. Nighttime is my, you know, that's when the most thoughts pop in my head.
I think Ray Charles said it best, nighttime was the right time. So you've relocated a couple times from New Orleans to Lafayette and now to California. You know, that means you are able to get outside of your comfort zone and leave your comfort zone. But what are some things that you've learned about yourself when you've relocated these few times and taking yourself from those comfort zones?
So from New Orleans to Lafayette, when I left New Orleans, I was about 15, 16, Katrina hit. I was a kid. So that itself was tragedy for me, having to leave everything to start new in somewhere where I, you know, hardly is new to me. You know, so that was, you know, that was like, okay. It gave me the mind like, okay, it's not California, but it's not New Orleans. So growing up in New Orleans, all we know is New Orleans. Like you You know what I'm saying? When you young, you might take a trip outside and go to Houston or somewhere, but leaving to go from New Orleans to Lafayette or New Orleans to Baton Rouge as a kid just to go, you don't do that. You know, so just going to Lafayette and just seeing, wow, man, the schools in Lafayette right up the street is way bigger than the schools we got in New Orleans. You know, just seeing that it's more to the world than New Orleans, you know, that was like, okay, cool. And I was young, so I basically had to, my mom was still, you know, I was still a kid, but in my mind, I was like, you know what, man, we just lost everything. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta do something. Gotta figure it out. Like, so I think, I feel like that I wasn't gonna say forced to grow up, but I just always had an older mind, if that makes sense, a wiser mind. I was because all my friends and things was always older. I left Lafayette in 2018, and that when I came to California, that made me realize like we slow in Louisiana as a whole state. Like we slow, and it's really more to learn out there than what we're given. Coming to California and just meeting different people with different walks of life. It's real different here than it is back home. So that in itself, just to come here and adapt to it. Because when I came to California, I was staying with it's my dog Chloe and my homeboy who actually the song Say What's on Your Mind. It was kind of influenced by that situation. But I left everything in Louisiana, came here to live with somebody, slept on the floor for a year, and that itself was like, man, I left my house with everything to come sleep on somebody's floor. And so that itself, like, that was out of my comfort zone. Like I said, it was just something I really wanted. I wanted that change. Like, I just felt like what I'm trying to do is way bigger than Louisiana. Like Louisiana is Louisiana, that's home. I can always get there, I can always do that. But I want to be on this worldwide level, just be bigger than Louisiana. I came visit in February 2018. I moved in May 2018. It's just in my mind, man, what's the worst could happen? Go back home? Cool, I could do that. That ain't nothing.
You took that chance. You betted on yourself. No matter what the circumstances look like, you did it, you know? So.
Yeah.
You're in the game. You've been here for a minute. You create this sound. Who do you see yourself in the future working with?
If it's anybody, it would be people that I really listen to. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go off that. Of course, like I said, it's always Wayne. And if I had a chance to sign a deal right now, that's the only person I would ever sign a deal with. No Cap, Ride Wave, you know what I'm saying? Meek, just a few. Classic verse from Jay-Z. I'll do a song with Riri.
Come on.
You know? Yeah, you know, I love Riri. I love Riri. Like I said, I never really even really, you know, be thinking that far. I ain't lying. Like cause like I said, I'm really not, the industry is really not well, you know, I want to touch the industry, but not in that way. If the feature don't come like natural and be like, okay, yeah, we build a relationship, we meet, and yeah, I don't want to just give them $20,000 and say, oh, I got a song with this person.
How did you come up with your collaborators? I know you have Coke Bottle Sean, you have Young Na. Like, how did you link with them and say, hey, I want to work with you guys, and you are the guys that I want on my EP?
Honestly, like I say, so those songs, those original six songs that was going out, those wasn't original. So it was those six, but it was more songs that was, you know. So they was actually like picked. They was recorded, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna put these on the EP. The song was on Bottle Sean. That came as I had the beat. And I sent it to her, and I was like, hey, I want to do the song with you, but I want you to do a verse, do the hook. I want you to just say this. Put your swag on it, send it back to me. And she did just that. Young Na, it was the same way, and we made it happen. You know, a lot of times these artists be like, hey, man, let's do something. Book the session, go half on the session, I get the beat, let's do it. And we did it, and it happened. That's one of my favorite songs too, Bite, just on the nature of it, because that's really how I feel. And No Apologies, that's actually my sister Chloe's song, if you can tell from the lyrics. I went off her lead. Like, I just put a verse on it, And she let me use it for the EP. So yeah.
But so again, like you're saying, you're not only stressing that you're not just trying to be an artist, you're not just trying to be a rapper. You recently launched your own podcast. How did that come about?
Straight Fact Podcast, I can see it back there. The FOH brand. And FOH is actually they're branded out of Louisiana, and their whole entity itself where they have these umbrellas of podcasts. So actually, I'm on a sports podcast under FOH. I'm under the After Dark Couples Edition with me and my girlfriend. And we have the On the Rise one where we do like just entertainment with up and coming artists and things like that.
Yeah, and I also saw that they have movies.
Yeah, so they got the movies. Unexpected was the first movie, and they dropped it on Tubi. Check it out when y'all get a chance. And
okay.
My Ex Is My Next.
I saw the Ex Is My Next. I saw that. That's on Amazon Prime, or
that's on Amazon Prime. So like I just try to tell people, that's what we work hard for. We work hard to get in the door and then get where we're trying to go. But my podcast, FOH, Straight Facts, it comes from, like I say, from me being on the co-host on these other ones. I was like, okay, I need one that I can have my own platform to do my thing on. And the name Straight Facts. I like to speak straight facts. We fact check. Somebody say something, we like to look it up and find it. Like we wanna, just put the real out there. We don't want to spread no false. I don't care what you heard. Did you look it up? So straight facts, man. It was a little group we had back in the day on Facebook when groups on Facebook started popping, and it was just like a secret group that just a few people had access to, and then it was just straight facts, man. It used to go down in there, so I just like to speak straight facts, so that's where that comes from.
So like it shows through your music and you talking to us that you've been through a lot. What were the key things that when you're down on your luck?
These shows I do, man, I started doing the comedy shows. That was an outlet. And then, like I said, it's not all about just putting the music out. I just try to stay busy, because they say idle mind is a devil playground. And outside of all that, man, like I said, I'm a regular person, man. I do pest control. So I go to work, and just try to stay busy.
We have definitely come to the end. It was a pleasure to sit down with you, Eazyana.
Yes.
Make sure you guys go and stream his EP right now on all platforms. Let them know why that is important to stream, Eazyana.
It is important to stream because, first of all, as an up-and-coming artist, like I just told y'all, I work. I get up and go to work. So all this money that from the studio to beats to whatever, I pay for it, and I need you guys' support to make that money back. And we don't make that much off of streams. So most of y'all already have Spotify, Apple Music. So you pay for it already. Just download it. Even if you don't listen to it, just download it.
Download it, run it up. How can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at official_Eazyana. And if you go there, you click the link in my bio, then you'll be able to find me everywhere.
All right.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys follow the podcast, CTT Media Group, on all social media platforms. How can they find you online, Nova J?
Nova J MUA on all social platforms. Talk of the Pick, Book of the Face, Gram of the Insta, Chocolate Snack, and Imperfections by Nova J LLC. And I will see y'all soon.
Senior drama correspondent Tiani Kardashian.
Heavy on the drama chart.
Yes.
You can find me on Twitter at Tiani Kardashian. You can find me on personal Instagram, Tiani Kardashian. You can follow me on Facebook at Tiani Kardashian Spears. And you can follow my blog, Some Like It Hot, SOMELIKEHAUTE__.
And of course, it's your girl, the true lady, the chick that's never ever acting shady. Such a lady 85 on everything: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Facebook, Snapchat, or really search for the hashtag Catch the Tea. And we out.